Hello. Hello. Right, hopefully that's better for you all. So I've pretty much spent the last 10 minutes talking to myself. Brilliant. Captain Nibsen a 104.8, Bobo a 105 flat, I am Marshall on 105.2. It's just Anderson to set a time. Curley was disqualified for blocking the pit entrance exit. So I'm not too sure what that was about. But yeah, as I was saying, a little bit weird for me personally. It's going to be the first Tier 3 race that I've actually watched from the outside in. As Ninja has had a little spin. And he's just getting out of the way for one of the Hasses, which is Dave Douglas, I think. And he's almost 10th and a half better off through sector 1. Just stay on board with him, see what he can do. As he comes around the final corner, he's close to invalidating there. A 105.8 puts himself P9, just behind his teammate. I do apologise if I sound even more monotone than usual. I am currently got a little bit of a cold. As James Brown isn't improving through sector 1, we'll see what he can do through sector 2. So he's almost 3.5 tenths better off through 2 sectors. See what he can do through the final sector. I believe he's got Airways just behind him as well. Rounds the final corner, that's a 105.6, puts himself P7. Airways then a 105.1, puts himself P3. Good lap time from James, making his CDR debut this year. Got a couple of new faces this year in Tier 3. Obviously, I believe Captain Nibs is making his debut. James is making his debut. Ninja and Clay. I think all of those guys are your debutants. So Teabag's back out. Or he is on a lap, sorry, shall I say. 2 seconds over. Yeah, he's peeling back off into the pits. Chips on an outlap. Snorlax is on an outlet. Pint size, and so is Clay. So it looks like Pint size will be the next one to set a time, so we'll stay on board with him. So there we go then, Pint size about to finish sector 2. He's 2 tenths better off so far. Clay is a 10th better off as well. Oh, as Pint size runs wide, that is going to invalidate his lap. Oh, as Clay loses it. We're on the fast section, that's unlucky for him. Let's see what Nerf Pack can do. CDR Snorlax puts himself P5 at 105.3. As Nerf is 3 tenths better off. Comes around the final corner. Nerf goes P11 at 105.7. Good lap time from Nerf there. Looks like Hound is peeling back into the pits. Or Snorlax, shall I say? Yeah, he's 10 seconds over his time. Chip's doing some grass cutting. Dave Douglas is just about to set a time. Clay's just about to set another time as well. As Marshall retires in the pits, yeah, he's probably safe to be fair. Looks like we're only going to be having 3 going out anyway. Curly's out, Full Send appears to be out as well. Clay comes around the final corner. And he sets a 106.4, keeps himself P15. This just depends on whether Anderson comes out or not. Ninja's 10th up through sector 1. Ninja's almost 3.5 tenths up through sector 2. Coming around the final corner. Ninja sets a 105.4, puts himself P8. Dave Douglas then. It looks like he's over on his time. I think he's going to be safe anyway. As Anderson is still sitting in the pits. So that looks like it might be your starting grid. Pint size is going to get a lap in. Just about. So stay on board with pint size in. He's going to be the only one that will be able to set a time now. As I didn't catch pint size first sector. Didn't catch pint size's second sector either, did I? Good work. Crosses the line. He does improve, puts himself P7. Great lap time there from pint size. So, just confirmation, Nibs taking P1, Bobo to P2, Airways P3, Marshall P4, Snorlax P5, Harvey P6, Pint Size P7, Teabag P8, Ninja P9, Chip P10, James Brown P11, Osso P12, Nerf P13, Dave Douglas P14, Clay P15. We are losing Full Send Dave, Anderson and Curly. Top 15 is covered by a second. That's mega close. Could be in for an interesting Q2. I know that someone did mention there could be a chance of rain, and they didn't say whether that would be qualifying or the race. Looks like we've got some movement. Who is that? Looks like James Brown is going to be the first one to set a time in Q2. So we'll stay on board with him. Just two people opting to stay in the pits, and that's two Alpines. Everybody else is out on track. So here we go then. James Brown, first flying lap. We'll see what he can do. Looks like he's going to be closely followed by Snorlax. As Bobo says, there's a possibility that there's going to be some rain in Q2. Could spice things up even more. Bearing in mind that the top 15 was covered by a second in Q1. There we go then. James Brown a 105.6. Snorlax a 105.5. Then it was Osso a 104.9. Nerv a 105.9. Bobo a 104.7. Captain Nibs a 104.7. Harvey a 105.3. Ninja a 105.8. Dave Douglas a 106.4. Chip a 106.4. Teabag a 106.1. As there's rain, we have rain. As Marshall's invalidated as well, that could be huge. Clay's still yet to set a time, so he needs to get a wiggle on. This has definitely spiced things up though for the race. I'd say, one of your championship favourites in Marshall, being out there and not setting a time yet, invalidating his lap. Not ideal for him, obviously. Clay a 110.8. Marshall's back in. Pint size is out there, but as Teabag's retired from the session, that appears to be in the pits. As Anderson has left the session. Let's get. Ooh. This pint size got a bit slidey there coming out the final corner, and he sets a 116.5. Let me just fire Anderson another invite. Anderson, where are you? As it's shown, is still in the session, so he needs to close his game before I can send him another invite. No thank you, Luciano. I do not want cheap viewers. Cheers though, bud. Rain really is starting to come down now. I'll be very surprised if we see any of the bottom 5 improving. See what Marshall can do. So obviously not much really happening. Marshall is going to set a time, but it is not going to be good enough to challenge. It's good enough to put himself P13, but that is it. I would imagine I can't see anyone else making up that sort of time on these tyres. So it will just be a case of people driving around for the last 5 minutes, get themselves ready for Q3, which I think this might be first opportunity just to quickly grab a drink in a minute. Yeah, no one's improving. It's 1.7 seconds. See what Dave's doing. No, it's 14 seconds. Yeah, I can't see anyone improving. So I am going to grab a quick drink. As I'm back, and as expected, no one improved. So just reading through the comments. Someone offering follows and views. No, thank you. Clay, I'm hoping it dries out for one run. No chance. Also, can't abuse me now, Mr. Clay. Yes, but I can, and Dan still is on comms, so he's just not here this evening. So don't count your lucky stars just yet, pal. Clay, I invalidated the turn 4 on my first lap and did a proper osso. Is that why I saw you driving around with no fuel? By any chance? Although the rain does look like it has stopped. You could get a dry Q3 session. also bring it on with a fist. Right. Okie dokie, pal. You really do let yourself in for it, didn't you? Just making some commentary notes. Views also for 14 rounds. Perfect. Big capital letters. So just 20 seconds left of this session, and we'll be on to Q3. It does look like the track is drying out as well. Dave Douglas on enters. He is. We'll see what Dave Douglas can do. He's 1.2 seconds down at the minute. It's not quite dry enough. Nib says the track is dry pretty much. Yeah, it does look like it is. So I wonder whether Dave come out on slicks maybe. Chip would have been at risk. We'll see what his sector 2's time is. He's 4.5 seconds over. So obviously, bit bigger of a gap this time around between P1 and P10. But obviously track conditions played a part in that, so I expect a close Q3 session. So just confirmation then, Nibs P1, Bobo P2, Osso surprisingly P3, well done Osso. P4 Harvey, Snorlax P5, James Brown P6, Ninja P7, Nerf P8, making Q3. Teabag P9, Chip P10, Dave Douglas, Clay, Marshall Airways and Pint Size are all eliminated from the session. So we'll see what the guys come out on. All on slicks at the moment. We've got some movement on the houses. I think Snorlax might be the first set of time. So they are all out on slicks again. Just a short shower during Q2. As Dave Douglas has gutted, 1 out on used softs for the first run, too little too late, yeah. Did look bone dry at the end, to be fair. But then again, Nibs did say it might not have been enough to gain. So you never know. One of those things is just unfortunate. Clay, I should have gone out on softs at the end, had nothing to lose. Yeah, it's one of them tricky situations, mate. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. So let's see what Snorlax can do here on his first fly and run. As he has Nerf back closely following behind. So Snorlax just coming round the final corner now. He sets a 105.3, followed by Nerf Pack of 105.7. Harvey a 105 flat. Looks like T-Bag's going to be next. He sets a 105.2, puts himself P2 currently. James Brown has invalidated, Osso has invalidated. Ninja coming around the final corner. There's a bit of a slide into the corner. Puts himself P4 or 105.5. Just down board with Nibs then. Looks quick from Nibs. .104.7, I reckon. .104.8. Nibs P1 then. As James comes around the final corner. He sets a 105 flat, puts himself P2, great lap from him. Osso then jumps into P2, 105 flat as well. It's a great lap time from Osso. Shame he's going to run out of fuel after 20 laps anyway, so it don't really matter. Just got Chip and Bobo left to set times. There we go then. Bobo is on his first flying run. Yes, Clay. I can't repeat that, but yeah, 100%. Pick up a 3-second penalty within the first 3 laps. Is accustomed to 3-second penalty. Where's the ozone anyway? Bobo coming around the final corner. This could be quick. Very quick. A 104.3. That's a mega time from Bobo. Chip then is going to be the last one to set a time. This is just about to approach the final corner. So 105.5 puts Chip P8 currently. Nerf is back out for another run. He's half a tenth up going through sector 1. Snorlax is coming through the second sector. He is 1.5 tenths up. CDR Nerf pack is almost 3 tenths up. We'll see what Snorlax can do. Comes around the final corner, crosses the line. He sets a 105 flat. Nerf pack a 105.3. Good lap time from him. Teabag has just started a lap and he's 1.5 tenths up through sector 1. Stand board with him and see what he can do. As he's approaching the end of sector 2. Oh, as he runs just wide. It's unfortunate for Teabag. He was improving as well. Let's see if he can get recharged up. We'll go again, or whether he pits for another set of tyres if he has them. Nibs is on a lap. Let's see what he can do. It looks like he's on a burner. Yeah, he's on a burner, but I'm interested to see what he does. We will keep an eye on that. James Brown is on a lap as well. Just started his next run. He is marginally improving through the first sector. Let's see what Nibs is doing. Nibs is about a tenth up as well. James isn't improving as much. Nibs is about to come through sector 2. He is improving, almost 3 tenths up. Needs to find about another 2 tenths to challenge. Let's see then. He does improve by 4 tenths, but it's not enough to challenge pole at the moment. It's a 104.4. Harvey a 104.8. Chip is on a lap as well by the looks of things. Chip is about to finish sector 2. And he's almost 3 tenths up through 2 sectors. See if he can keep it going through the third sector. Looks good from Chip. And it is good. It's good for P7. 105.1. Also, it's just started a lap. Snorlax is on a lap as well. Snorlax is improving by almost 3/10. Also, I didn't catch his time. And Bobo, is he improving? Bobo's not improving at the moment. Snorlax comes around the final corner. He does improve marginally. He lost quite a bit of time in the final sector. A 105 flat. Also isn't improving through the first sector. Not improving through the second sector. Let's see what he can do on the third sector. Bobo is backed off. Harvey is marginally improving his attempt up through sector 1. It's 2/10 up through sector 2. So he could be challenging Nibs here. Also doesn't improve. Here we go then. Harvey crosses the line. Improves, but doesn't move anywhere. Puts himself P3 still. Snorlax is 6 seconds over. So it looks like Bobo has taken Tier 3's pole position for round 1 of 104.349. Good lap time from Bobo. I'm going to take this opportunity to go for a cigarette before the race starts. So here we go then, guys. The start of round 1 is upon us. So we'll look at the tyres then. Otto opting for the hards, Ninja, Teabag, Full Send Dave all opting for the hards, everyone else on the mediums. Let's see what sort of getaway Nibs gets. Here we go then. 5 red lights are out and away we go. It's a fairly decent start there for Nibs. And he goes alongside into turn 1, takes the lead. Here comes Bobo though. Always we have a virtual safety car. And that is going to save Nibs' bacon. Looks like Clay had a little bit of an incident. He's got no front wing. Everyone else appears to have got away okay. James Brown 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. That was obviously an illegal overtake. So that is unfortunate. It will need to be served at first pit stop, but obviously if it isn't a fair penalty, stewards will deal with that after the race, as per the rule book, which everybody should have read. We are back underway then. Snorlax has made it past James. DRS is enabled this lap as well. So was Bobo close enough for DRS? Doesn't look like he was that time around. We're just going to put him under pressure now from Harvey. It looks like Nibs is trying to pull away. Let's look at that telemetry. So yeah, he's got low battery as it looks like Harvey's gone down the outside. Tries to switch back. It looks like he might have got the position away from Bobo. He has indeed. But that has allowed Nibs to drive off into the distance a little bit. So see if Harvey can start to reel him back in. There is a train now, second all the way down to 12th. We'll see whether these guys work together with the DRS and their ERS to pull Nibs back in. It looks like they are quite comfortably, although Nibs could be recharging. As Nerf has made it past Marshall. Marshall's going to have a look at him. Can't quite get it done there. Obviously Marshall, P2 behind myself last season. So he will be looking like one of the favourites for the championship, currently sitting in P10 though. So keep an eye on him and see what he can do. Teabag is just teetering on the edge of DRS. Harvey is back within Nibs' DRS. Nibs is struggling on battery. Harvey looks quite comfortable, so does all the other guys behind him. Snorlax just using a little bit more than the rest of the guys ahead of him. Tyre wear will play a big factor as well. You will start to see the guys that are taking lumps out of their tyres just due to the drop off in the lap times. Here we go then, Harvey looks to the outside. Nibs goes defensive, which is going to give Harvey a good drive out the corner. Airways, Nerf has just dropped behind Airways and Marshall. Marshall just outside, T-Bags DRS. But it doesn't look like it's going to be long before he's back inside. Yeah, as expected, he's pretty much there. Ninja, 3 seconds track limits. So there we go then, Marshall is back within T-Bags DRS. So we'll see if Harvey makes the move then on Nibs. He does. Oh, it's Nibs is gone. Nibs, what's happened to Nibs? Nibs is in the wall. We lost the leader. I don't know whether he's just lost it himself there, but that's just given Harvey the lead without having to make the move. Nibs all the way down in P15 now. It's got a hell of a drive to come back. It's unfortunate for him. As T-Bag makes it past Chip looking for the old switcheroo. Can't get it done. T-Bag holds off. Also makes it past James. Snorlax is just dropping off the back of Bobo's DRS. And once you do lose the DRS and people start to work together, it's extremely hard to get back into it. So we'll see what Bobo does. He's got a full tank of battery. Snorlax did stay in the DRS, or Ship is in the pits. Is that for wing change? It is. It's unfortunate for Chip. So Bobo makes it past Harvey then. I don't think Bobo will be too worried as he goes defensive on the inside. Harvey looking around the outside. Good racing from these two guys. Although too wide through there isn't advisable. Bobo just backs out. Good idea. Snorlax doing really well this evening. Hopefully he can keep that going. Just stay out of trouble. Keep it clean. One of my teammates as well. So here we go then. Is Bobo going to make it into turn 1? I think he's just going to sit behind, ready for turn 3. Harvey not deploying, think he knows that Bobo will get him with the overspeed of the DRS. Or as we've lost Airways. Airways at turn 1. He rejoins, it hasn't brought out safety car. Pulse and Dave is in a battle with... Oh. Hindsight's almost rams into the back of Dave. So Dave up to P10 then. Marshall now up to P6. Marshall doing a really good recovery drive at the minute. Nibs another one on a bit of a recovery drive. He's now up to P11. I think he'll be gutted with how the first 7 laps of his race has gone. So your top 3 are now scampering away. They'll be looking to try and pull out as much of a gap to T-Bag on the hards as possible before them hards start to take over and become a stronger tyre. So Bobo then into turn 3, up the inside, gets it done. Nice clean race from them guys. As Osso is trying to pressurise T-Bag. Can't get it done, and now he's coming under attack from Marshall. Marshall down the inside. Gets it done. As Osso's going to come back at him. Doesn't quite have the traction. Just has to sit behind Marshall there. So Marshall up to P5. Let's have a look at some position changes for you guys. So Marshall up 8. Snorlax up 3. T-Bag up 5. Full send and Curly up 6. Chip down 7. We'll see what Harvey does. We'll see whether he goes on the attack. It looks like he's going to go on the attack. That's going to give Bobo the DRS. Heading down into turn 4. Snorlax doing a really nice job still. Marshall is past Teabag. We'll see if these guys start to work together. See if they can start raining in the front 3. Teabag down the inside of Marshall. Also now trying to have a little look as well. Also is having a look round the outside. Turn 5. Not going to get it done. Marshall holds on to that position, but it does look like the Hards are now coming into their own. As we have a slow moving. I think it might have been Clay. So Bobo again just sitting behind, happy to do that at the moment. Bobo goes to the inside, down at turn 4. Gets the move done nice and easily. Snorlax is ready to pounce as soon as these two start battling. So that is something that the leading two will have to factor in. He's doing well at the moment, just quite comfortable in P3. Harvey looks like he is going to attack Bobo down into turn 3. There we go then. Snorlax looked like he wanted to try the outside. Marshall and Teabag battling that out down into turn 3. Marshall gets the better of Teabag this time around, but Teabag does have DRS. Also behind him as well, looking racy. As Ninja picks up another 3 seconds for track limits. So again, the Hards do look like the fastest tyre now. As we've lost Dave Douglas, and that brings out a virtual safety car. He has put himself into a wall. And he is missing a front wing. Is this going to change anything? Harvey pits, Bobo pits. Snorlax stays out. Is that going to be the right call or not? Marshall pits. Oh, if it goes green now, it's a good decision for Snorlax. No, I think that's a bad decision for Snorlax. I think he should have pitted. I think he should have came in. I think the track's going to start going green again now as well. So Harvey comes out in P6, fresh Hards. Yeah, I think the virtual safety car is going to end before Snorlax can get in, get them boots off, and get new ones on. So we'll see what he does. Yeah, there you go then. We're racing again now, so he's going to have to factor that in. It's unfortunate, really. Marshall, Nibs, Curly all got the jump. Bobo and Harvey obviously as well. As James Brown picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Let's have a look at the penalties for you guys. So James obviously with 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags and 3 seconds track limits. Full send, 3 seconds track limits, and Ninja 6 seconds track limits. Harvey has managed to pull out a Bobo's DRS though, which could be huge over the next couple of laps if we can build that up. Looks like Bobo's pushing to get back in it though. Full send is past airways. So also looking to pressurise T-Bag. So we'll see what Osso does, whether he tries to make the move into turn 3. Still think Snorlax should have come in. So we'll have to keep an eye on his strategy. He will have the fresher tyres towards the end of the race to everyone else. We'll see if that plays into his hands or not. Osso and T-Bag going side by side into turn 3. T-Bag having to take to the edge of the track. T-Bag takes the position back as Nerf just misses braking point, I think. Bobo is back within Harvey's DRS. So keep a little eye on that battle as Marshall makes it past full send. Oh, we lost someone. Looks like Ninja's gone. Yeah, Ninja's gone at turn 3. It's unfortunate for him. Nerf pits, so does Airways. So they'll be looking to go onto the hard tyres, I would imagine. There you go. Hard tyres are on. As Bobo makes the move up the inside of Harvey. Harvey looks like he might have got the better traction though. No, he doesn't. Bobo keeps the position. There's also, I think, a bit of wing come up then. Osso and T-Bag going side by side. I think I may have seen a little bit of M plate coming up there. My eyes might have deceived me. Osso really trying to stay within the DRS of T-Bag. Looks like he has managed to. As James Brown's deciding to pit. Just keep an eye on this battle then for your net race lead. Marshall now with a bit of clean air to drive into. He's got 6.2 seconds. Oh, as Harvey grabs back the inside, Bobo went a little bit deep. That opened up the inside for Harvey. Harvey's now back through. He's now your net race leader again. I'm interested to see what Snorlax does though. He's still out. As Clay picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Here we go then. Snorlax is in the pit. We'll see where he's going to come out. It's going to put him well behind the other guys. See where he puts him out compared to Marshall then. Yeah, well behind Marshall as well. Looks like Marshall could be taking a podium here. Nibs, yeah, another one that's undercut Steve. So Steve does have 5 flat pressure tyres, but I just don't think that's going to be enough. As it's now a four-way battle for the lead. Harvey gets the better of Teabag, puts himself into P2. Bobo now looking for a way past Teabag as well. 11 laps fresher tyres, so I can't imagine this is going to be very difficult for Bobo. Harvey's past Osso. Can Bobo make it past Teabag? It's going to be a late lunge if it is, but he thinks better of it. It's got much better traction out of there. Here we go down the inside into turn 4. Needs to make this move stick really. And then he needs to clear Osso as quickly as possible. Harvey might have pulled off a blinder there, to be fair. Bobo down the inside, it looks like. Osso peels off into the pits. We'll see if Harvey can manage that gap. 1.5 seconds at the minute. Steve has just made it past full send by the looks of things. He's up into P6, but he's got a hell of a task ahead of him if he wants to get back to where he was as full send. Goes for the move around the outside. Gets it done. I'd imagine that Steve's going to get it done into turn 4 though. And there you go. Back into turn 4. Steve gets it done. So Bobo really pushing now to get back into the DRS of Harvey. Marshall slowly but surely bringing that gap down. Bobo still not in the DRS. He should be now for turn 3. Obviously Harvey has got pretty much full percentage of battery. I think Bobo will be happy with that. He's back in the DRS, which is the main thing for him. Which means he can now sit and recharge, let Harvey use his battery a little bit. But Harvey is managing his battery really well, so it will be interesting how that one plays out. There's Tebow pits. So Bobo's still sitting on Harvey's gearbox, both with full batteries. So we'll see how this one plays out to the end of the race. Bobo just happy to sit behind him at the minute, just use the DRS. As he makes the move into turn 3. That's going to give Harvey the DRS down into 4. Always we have yellow flag in sector 3 that's been cleared up pretty quickly. So Harvey then back into the lead again. There's not actually too much going on at the minute for you guys. It's just for the race lead at the minute, just swapping positions. One takes the lead into turn 3, the other takes the lead coming out of turn 4. So let's see again whether Bobo just sits behind. He does this time around. So you'll have the DRS going into turn 4. Harvey got a decent enough exit there at turn 3. And he's going to keep the lead into turn 4 as well. Bobo looks up the inside but thinks better of it. And again looks up the inside, but again thinks better of it. As the players had a bit of a moment out of turn 4. Let's have a little look back through the pack. So Osso is now all over the back of Snorlax. Ship and Airways and Nerf are all in a little battle as well. Ship on 18 laps of hards. Players retired in the pit. Marshall's picked up 3 seconds. So that's going to keep Nibs interested for the last podium position. That's no idea. Still Bobo and Harvey trading positions. Also did make it past Snorlax, but obviously does have all them time penalties, so I'm not sure Steve's going to be too worried about that, but Nibs is closing in on the back of Marshall. As full send picks up 3 seconds for track limits. T-Bag looks like he's eyeing up airways. See how that one plays out. T-Bag hasn't made the move just yet. Chip stood out on 21 lap old hards. Pint size 3 seconds for track limits. Nibs is 1.2 off the back of Marshall. Marshall obviously has 3 seconds as well. Snorlax still staying onto the back of Osso. Osso obviously 9 seconds of track limits, I think it is. I will have a look for you guys as Marshall picks up 6 seconds then. That's going to keep Hound interested if he can try to cut that deficit. It's going to be a big ask though. So Nibs is into the DRS now of Marshall. Bobo still staying with Harvey. So the guys at the front still trading positions. Still not a lot happening, to be fair. Marshall and Nibs are battling it out. Nibs has got the inside line. Oh, but there's a big wobble under traction. So that's going to keep Marshall safe for another lap. Although I'm not too sure it's going to matter too much. Obviously Marshall having time penalties, so Marshall with 6 seconds, Osso with 6 seconds, Chip with 3, James with 6, Full Send 6, Dave Douglas 3, Pint Size 3, Ninja 9. Position changes, Marshall up 10, Airways 7, Curly's 7. This is still just Bubba and Marshall trading 1 for 1. Oh, we've lost an earth back. We've lost it out at turn 1. It's unfortunate for him. Just going to drop him down to P12. Dave Douglas, another 3 seconds for track limits. It's just 4 laps remaining then of this round 1 of Tier 3. Looks like Ninja had a moment. Nibs has passed Marshall again. And there you go, gets the move done, puts himself into P3 outright. Still interested to see how this battle's going to play out over the next couple of laps. Teabag 10 seconds with more yellow flags. I'm not sure what that was about. So still just this battle for the lead. Don't really know what else. There's a little battle between James and Curly going on. James makes it past Curly. Curly comes back at him though. James gets the better traction. Curly's thinking about it. Again, James gets the better drive out of 4. Or as he takes to the gravel. As Bobo and Harvey are coming down through 4 as we speak. So we are on the penultimate lap of this race. Still these two guys have led pretty much from lap 7 onwards. Steve obviously making a bit of a strategy error. If not, I'm pretty sure he would have been involved in this little battle. see how Bobo plays. He plays this out because he's been happy to sit behind Harvey pretty much the whole race. Now it's coming down to the business end of the race to see what he does. Let's see whether he puts all his eggs into one basket and goes for the jugular over the next couple of corners, or whether he's happy to just sit it out again. So here we go then, starting the final lap of round 1, Tier 3, Season 11. Here we go then, Bobo going on the attack. Nice and close to Harvey. It's going to give him the DRS as well for the next corner. Harvey gets the switchback though. Bobo's going to keep the DRS. I think the DRS is going to be the difference. Bobo defends the inside. Harvey tries to go around the outside. Looks for the switchback. Bobo says, not today, sunshine. Harvey giving absolutely everything. Bobo looks like he might just have enough, barring a mistake. He's got the battery as well. He's going to start deploying. Here we go then. It looks like Bobo is going to be your race winner today. Barring anything crazy out the final corner. Harvey picks up 3 seconds. There you go then. Bobo takes P1. Harvey P2. Marshall P3. Nibs will take P3. Marshall will end up P4. Snorlax in P5. Really good drive there from Steve. He should be proud of himself for that drive. Sometimes it works in your favour, the virtual safety car, sometimes it doesn't, but he can hold his head high after that performance. Airways P6, Osso P7, Teabag P8. Chip looks like he's going to finish in P9. Curly will come home to take P10. James P11. No, Nerf Pack will take P11. James P12. Full Send P13. Pint Size will come home to take P14, and I believe Dave Douglas come home in P15. So I'll just get them results confirmed for you guys, and then I will get the podium sitters in to have a little chat with them. So there you go then, just confirmation. Bobo P1, Harvey P2, Nibs P3, Marshall P4, Snorlax P5, Airways P6, Osso P7, Teabag P8, Chip P9, Curly P10, Nerf P11, James Brown P12, Full Send P13, Pint Size P14, Dave Douglas P15, Ninja P16 was the end of your finishers, with Anderson not starting the race and Clay rear wing damage. So I'll get your podium sitters added in to the group. Bobo, Harvey, Nibs. Nibs. Harvey. Oh, Bobo, where are you? Where are you? So just wait for them guys to get into the lobby, into the party. As Nibs has joined us, just wait for the other two. We are still waiting for Bobo and Harvey. Harvey's joined. Bobo. Right, so we can start with Nibs. There you go, they're all in now. So start with Nibs. Unlucky there, bud. That was it looked like you had the pace. Talk us through it then. What happened? Too much curb?
Well, on the exit of turn 1, yeah, got a bit too much and spun it, hit onto the top wheel and managed to keep it out the wheel. Up to 16th, I think. I honestly thought my race was done for, and then that virtual safety car came in. So everyone dived into the pits, like the leaders anyway. It paid off luckily. So, yeah, I'm actually sweating.
Yeah, I mean, you come out in P16 in the end. Obviously, we didn't see how you'd spun it.
I just too much curve on the exit turn 1. Push it too hard. I made a mistake after the safety car, first virtual safety car. That allowed Mercedes to get into the DRS. Got the pressure.
Yeah, no, it's a hell of a recovery drive. Obviously, the strategy come into your hands with a virtual safety car, but you look like you did have the pace. You were always gaining on Marshall.
I managed to keep it for 2.2 seconds, I think. I didn't think I was able to catch it to maintain that gap for a long time.
Yeah, no, you certainly did look like you have the pace this evening, bud. So, what's your expectations for this evening, this season ahead?
I want to win.
There you go.
I want to win.
No sugarcoating there. He's up for the championship this season.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it out there, but you three guys this evening looked really comfortable. So I'm expecting quite a close battle between you three and Marshall chucked into the mix. But that's a really good drive from you there, Nibs. Really good drive there, bud. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully chill out a little bit. But thank you very much for joining us this evening, bud. We will now move on to P2. Harvey, well done this evening, mate. It's a really solid drive from you.
Yeah, it was right until the last lap.
It was, wasn't it? You looked really comfortable. Getting nice exits out of turn 3 all the time, even though you had the DRS down into turn 4.
Yeah.
But it was at last lap when it just had way too much battery for you, I think.
I did have all the batteries. I had about 90% battery, but then I think turn 6 I had too much engine braking on, so obviously the back end started going out a little bit.
Yeah, I think if you have a look, obviously if you have a look back on the stream, he had about 50%. I think you were down to 10%, and
was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what made the difference. But
yeah,
you looked really solid, really comfortable.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You looked like you had decent pace. The other thing I liked is you two kept it clean, worked together as well, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah, just sort of swapping DRSs, weren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it was good.
So, what's your expectations for this evening? For this season?
Don't know, to be honest. I say I like to win, but Bobo's quick, Marshall's quick, Nibs is quick. Don't know really. Who knows?
Well,
It's only the
like,
first race, isn't it? So I'd like to say yeah, we'll do all right, but
if
who
you
knows?
can keep it clean like you did this evening, then I'm sure you'll be there or thereabouts, and that's the main
Yeah.
thing. You can be quick, but not keep it clean, and don't
Yeah.
win many races. But this evening you kept it clean, solid. You're consistent most laps, so well done
Yeah.
on the P2, mate.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully I'll be speaking to you some more over the coming
Hopefully.
weeks. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
We will now be joined by your race winner, Bobo.
Yes,
Bobo,
yes, yes.
happy to sit behind for a good 35 of the 36 laps, and then that one lap
Indeed.
you struck.
Yeah, we had
Talk
the
it,
same strategy. We had the same
yeah,
strategy.
talk us through it. Obviously, the safety car sort of played into your hands with Snorlax not deciding to pit, gave you a bit of a gap behind you two just to battle it out. But talk us through it from your point of view.
I think Snorlax did really good, like till that moment, but he made a mistake to not go to pit with us. But yeah, we had the same strategy, and after I was with Harvey again because he gained some time with P2 and P3. That was I think Basso or something. There were a few cars that didn't pit it yet. They were yeah, in front of us,
Yeah.
and he gained a few seconds on me. But I came back, and after I just stayed behind him because he had more pace on the straight. I realized. So I thought in the last lap, I felt like I need to get the DRS on the second straight as well. Otherwise, he will overtake me again. So I was
Yeah.
like trying to go side by side in the second corner, I believe, and then having the DRS for the second straight. Then that was enough for me to take the win.
Yeah, that definitely
GG's
looked
to
like
Harvey and Nips. It was
that
fun.
definitely looked like the strategy call has sort of worked itself out with the virtual coming out. Like I
Yeah,
say, Snorlax doing really well up until obviously that strategy call, but you two guys looked like you had the pace all evening. Lovely clean
yeah,
racing as well. And yeah, I must say that move into turn 3 where you just about you timed it to perfection, just about to get the DRS and make the move at the same time, which is probably what done it in the end when it just down into turn 4 and gave you the win.
yeah. If I didn't, I think Harvey would overtake me again because he had more straight speed with DRS, of course. Then it will be GG.
Yeah, it was really nice driving from you two guys, and also Nibs. Obviously, it was unlucky for him to have that spin, but I
Yeah, I
thought
saw it.
all three of you guys drove really well this evening. So congratulations on the podium. Obviously, Bobo, what's your expectations
Thanks.
for this season?
I have one goal. I want to become champion in this division,
Here we
and then
go.
I want to become champion in Tire too. So let's go.
Here we go. I'm looking forward to the battle between all three of you guys. To be fair.
Yeah, man.
After qualifying today, man, it was going to be close. I think that was a close qualifying, and then
Indeed.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And this time I'm not going to spin.
No, indeed.
Let's hope
I hope
so.
for more.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
let's
hope for
hope
more
so.
good battles, man. Will be fun.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, that will wrap up the end of Tier 3 this week. Thank you all for joining us. We will be back at the same time next week, and we will be racing at Silverstone. Obviously,
Ooh,
hopefully you
nice.
guys can join us on Friday at 8:30 for Tiers 1 on Twitch and
Of
Tiers
course.
2 on YouTube. If not, I hope to see you next Sunday. Have a great week, guys. This is Luckman
Thanks
over
for
and out.
commentating, man. GG's.